Welcome back everyone, it's me Epic's What If, and today we have another episode on what if a fuck ton of clans were still alive in the Naruto universe. Now, I ended the previous episode with the attack of Obito and Madara's group. This time around it's not just Obito, but Madara had recruited about 20 people in his organization already in order to achieve the dream of the infinite Tsukuyomi. So, we ended that episode with the attack failing to capture the Kyuubi, and of course Kushina had to die because of reasons, and Naruto is now the proud owner of a full, proper Kyuubi. I 100% fulfilled Kurama thanks to the help of the the Uzumaki clan being there, and Minato did not have to sacrifice himself. So, first off, time to fix a few plot holes, I suppose. So, Dan's death, well, simply he didn't die. Tsunade's brother, on the other hand, did in fact die, sadly. Rest in peace, Tsunade's brother, whose name I've forgotten. The Whirlpool Village and the Uzumaki massacre. So, it was supposed to be during the Second Great Ninja War, if I'm not mistaken. So, the invasion of the Whirlpool during the Second Great Ninja War, let's just say it failed because the Whirlpool received information beforehand and managed to defend themselves well enough. Itachi's age during the Third Great Ninja War, now I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be like 8 or 9 years old at max. Let's just say Fugaku met Mikito a bit earlier and he got busy, alright? But Sasuke still comes out at the same age as he did in the original, so as to not incur more issues, I suppose. Now, what else is there to fix up? I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's about it. So, after Kushina died, Sai and Minato were distraught, but they held it together for the people who followed them. Minato held Naruto in his arms with a faint smile on his face. Sai looks at his nephew, Naruto. Naruto had anime hair, a blonde base with red streaks all over. Normally, I don't think that's supposed to happen, but it's anime, so. Sai brings out a golden-handled sword, a sword which is about... Okay, I've just done the calculations, and the sword is about 65 centimeters long. If you guys don't know how much that is, get a ruler and map it out. So, where the fuck was I? Okay, yeah. So, Sai brings out a sword with a golden handle and tells Minato, well, might as well give him this. It's father's sword. I remember him saying he wanted his grandchild to have this. It's not the best time for gifts, I know that, but I fear I won't have another chance. Minato and Sai were both on the edge, with a slight smile on their face, almost about to break. They were at the edge, almost about to break down crying. I'm sure he'll use it well, Minato says. After came Kushina's funeral, Minato buried his wife, and the Uzumaki delegation from the Whirlpool was there with Sai for their final respects, along with the Uchiha, Namikaze, Senju, and the rest. 5 years later, Naruto was in the training grounds, playing around with Sasuke and Itachi. Naruto was, in a sense, raised by Mikito, as she was a close friend to Kushina and Minato. And of course, Minato was busy with the Hokage work. However, he would always spend his weekends with Naruto, leaving either a shadow clone or his aide to do his work for him during the 2 days. Naruto essentially grew up with Sasuke and Itachi. Kakashi would hang out with him, teaching him how to fight using his sword. Sasuke and Naruto trained with each other, and Itachi and Shizui at times, whenever Shizui and Itachi were free from their armed duties. One day, Naruto and Sasuke were playing with Itachi during his day off, when Shizui came bloodied with one eye missing. He explained he was attacked by Danzo and his men. Itachi quickly advised Shizui to go to the Hokage's office, but he was afraid that he would be ambushed en route. Finding nowhere else to go, he came where he knew Itachi was, to the ground. Naruto was already gone by this point. From there, while Shizui was talking to Itachi and also being tended to by Itachi, Naruto had ran. Naruto had basic ninja training. He knew how to run with some chakra imbued in his legs. He could run a bit faster than a normal child. Naruto made it to Minato's office in about 5 minutes. He reached his father's office where Fugaku was going to Minato's office as well. What the fuck kind of sentence was that? He was Minato's aide after the attack on Konoha by Madara's men. When many criticized the Uchihas and considered them as a possible threat to the village, Minato shut the accusations down and gained Fugaku's trust, and made Fugaku his aide to strengthen the relation between the Hokage and the Uchiha clan. At the 5 years since then, they had become good friends. Fugaku sees Naruto. "Ah, Naruto, shouldn't you be out there with Sasuke? Why are you here right now?" Naruto quickly explains what he heard from Shizui. Fugaku quickly goes to the ground and tells Naruto to inform Minato. Naruto goes into the office and sees that it was trashed. There was blood on the walls and he could see a few bodies laying around. Then he sees Minato, cut up a bit, but still alive. Minato sees Naruto and smiles a big smile. Naruto, what are you doing here, bud? Shouldn't you be out playing?" Naruto stumbles to his father and almost cries. Minato struggles to stand and takes Naruto in his arms and takes him to Tsunade to get healed at the Senju compound. Minato has placed markers all over the village so he could teleport quickly. In his office, however, he was ambushed by 5 people. Minato did not think about teleporting out of there because he was not ready for it. He didn't have his markings to teleport away, which caused some issues there, but he was able to kill off all 5 assailants. However, he was bloodied bad. Then Minato takes Naruto in his arms and teleports away. While he is getting healed by Tsunade at the Senju compound, Naruto tells Minato what had happened and what he had heard from Shizui. Fuck! Why is that difficult for me? Anyway, Minato then quickly stands up, still not fully healed up, but his wounds had already closed up. Minato teleports away, telling Tsunade to bring a team of Senju, a Senju team, towards the playground where some attacks might occur. Just in case. Okay. How the fuck? Okay. Minato leaves Naruto there and teleports to the playground. On the ground, Fugaku is fighting off 17 men wearing black robes, some Anbu masks in order to avoid collateral damage to the houses near the ground. He cannot use his Susanoo. Fugaku and Itachi are fighting together using a combination of Fire Dragon, Fire Phoenix, Lightning Blasts, and some Genjutsu, and of course some kunai hand-to-hand. Shizui is far too tired to be able to combat them and help them defend each other. However, he is there with Sasuke and he manages to fend off a few people that might come for Sasuke as well. It is at this point that Minato teleports himself to the ground and he is immediately attacked upon by a few people. Before that happens, however, Minato manages to take out about 3 ninjas who are wearing masks. Then 3 separate ninjas attack Minato on the ground. One of them is Obito. Minato recognizes the weird jutsu that he uses, the space jutsu that this person uses from the time he fought him during Naruto's birth. Obito is fighting alongside 2 other people. Now, Obito alone would have been too difficult to fend off alone, let alone when he's supported by 2 other people. Now, these 2 other ninjas who are in some cult-like robes are almost fighting in unison. They're using the same moves, they're using the same attacks. It's almost like they're one single person, just 2 separate bodies. So, they are using lightning jutsus and a few other moves to try and get Minato to, die, essentially. However, Minato does manage to defend himself and also almost takes out one of the 2 assailants, and Obito as well. It is at this point that the Senju team arrives and a man in robes orders a retreat as the commotion attracts other people as well. Now, this attack happened in a few other places and almost every other village at the same time as well. Tsunade tended to Shizui as this attack fortunately did not claim many casualties, except for a single Hokage guardsman was guarding Minato outside of his door. So yes, that's about it. I'll see you guys in the next one.